Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Legionscon exclusive Vorgus Vermillius 2. The blood armor has been upgraded, it's reached its final form, and it's out for you and your body. So, let's get started. I left the cape on so you can see it flow and drape, but I'm going to take it off when we talk about the accessories and things like that. But if you have the exclusive Gorgo Aether Blade, this blood armor, reminiscent of that, is a repaint and blood cutter and the blood color. Now, our cape is beautiful, done by CJ. I know, and it's a little wonky to add on. I know a bunch of people don't know what they're doing. I'm going to roll through that with you so it can help you out with that. Shout out to Toy Bro. Shout out to Dorklair, who they did reviews on this already, so you guys can see if you don't want to watch my video. Now, this guy is absolutely beautiful. I remember reviewing the original one many moons after I was already late in the game on Legions. And even though I've been here a while, there are people who were there before me reviewing it. Like, there was Toy Bro, there was, what is his name? He did a lot of stuff. It was Power something, and I can't remember his name because I haven't seen his videos in a while. But they have always been great about showing off what it is. And I gotta say, like, even if it's the same as Gorgo, this blood color just really works for me. Now, as far as our cape though, it has a beautiful drape. Oh, I messed up the wire in one of mine. As you can see, it's a wire popping out there, but it is wired very well. I'm gonna have to try to fix that. Might have to call somebody for that. But as you can see, there is a long drape, so that way you can still fit stuff in between, right? And it flows out beautifully. It's wired all the way through. So that means if you want some beautiful shots, you will get it out of this. It's gonna be fantastic. Now, as far as our articulation goes, with our shoulder pauldrons on, we will not be able to get a full blown out T-pose. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove that so we can talk about it, right? We're gonna pop them both off. See? And we'll get to this in a second when we get to accessories. But we have our naked blood armor here. Ooh, wow, that popped out very easily. So here we are, and I probably should have heated this guy up, right? But I didn't. I jumped straight into like popping the cape on and looking pretty cool. But as you can see here, we're gonna hit our T-pose. Now, one problem that you may have, if your legions are too loose like this, you can give it some kikis. I'll show you that, guys, at the end of the video. But I do wanna say that I think the torso sits a little higher now, which allows for a little bit better mobility here with our ab crunch. As you can see here, we're hitting that ab crunch a little easier. We can rotate left and right. And I like that because that will allow for better mobility when we do certain poses. Our legs can still hit the 90 degrees, a little bit higher than 90 actually. We have thigh swivel still. We have leg calf swivel. We still have generous ankle pivot. So like I said, when you want to hit certain sword poses on the old version of these body types, because you know Valiant Knight is about to take over in these streets. As you can see here, we can still get really good poses. Even with our helmeted head and our horns. The blood armor reigns supreme, right? Now, again, it's no Valiant Knight, which we all know is out here running these streets. We also have Gauntlet Swivel as well. But this still looks utterly fantastic. Now, with that being said, though, I do want to talk real quick about that cape, because now we're going to jump into accessories. May not even take a break in between, but if I do, it'll be to grab some water. So, as you can see here, which I'm going to swap the focus around. There we go. We actually will get 2 bundles to wrap on our pauldrons. And when you wrap these on, what happens is that you're gonna plug them in and it will give a big drape down as they connect to the back shoulders. I actually popped the wire out on one as I saw earlier. Don't know where that was at, but I guess it popped back in now. But again, you have this beautiful cape that's wide all the way through and will allow for a lot more mobility. We will also get a bandolier. In case you want to still pop that on. You will get a dark axe. And the reason why I call it, I'm going to call it a blood axe actually. But the reason why I call it a dark axe because it's like an elf weapon, but it's colored dark. And I know it's also used for the vampires. So yeah, I'm going to call it a dark axe. You will get 1 long broadsword to match that color palette. You do get 1 extra really cool thing. That's this really cool spear. And because it's a blood armor with this spear, I think of Vlad the Impaler. So I really do like this spear. I have not seen this spear done anywhere else. So I think it's the first time we've ever gotten this spear. I could possibly be wrong, but this looks like something new, and I hope we get more of these, because this blood-colored one is really awesome. Drain your opponents of their life force. And you'll also get 2 other heads, one of them being this really cool vampire head for the blood armor. As you go, if a vampire has a blood armor, it's real out here. You'll also get horns attached. I popped mine off because I like it without it, but you do get these as well. And you can alternate between the 2. It's really fantastic right here. Maybe I should turn them around, but I like it like this. And then you'll get the exclusive translucent head, and I have Buttermilk's hair there. Now with the translucent head, this is the exclusive for Legionscon, where they will repackage this and offer this later, but it will be without this head. So this is our really scary translucent blood. I'm gonna call it the blood rage head, right? Eat, murder, consume, right? Only rage and blood. So, with all of that being said though, what we are gonna do is we're going to jump into size comparison. We're going to compare him out with a few of the legions as well as some other stuff. So let's get to it. Now we're going to jump into the size comparisons. The first thing I want to do is compare to our previous blood armor. I left my custom cape on, but as you can see, there is some, I won't say noticeable difference, but there is definitely a difference as we have those nice different red highlights here. We have like a stained blood armor. This is like an upgrade to that set armor as we have more highlights and colors. The chest plate is different. We have different gauntlet arms. Our helmet is different. So is our neck bracer, as well as our boots. Oh, I didn't even realize even the boots are different. Boots and the legs. So there are some differences there. But they do match enough that you can mix and match parts. I didn't even think about it that way. So yeah, you could even do that. So let's take this guy away. Let us compare to some other legions. So here we are, the 2.0 style body. Here we are with Gwendolyn Heavensbrand. She is a bit smaller using that 2.0 body. Right? Let's move her out of the way. Then we will have a barbarian body. My workshop is a mess right now. So here we have that workshop body. A workshop. I have that barbarian body. Wow. So I had a whole brain freeze right there. Next up, I'm going to use the Mezco Solomon Cane for a nice comparison. I took a bunch of stuff off because I was kit bashing this body into something else, but I figured it'd be perfect to use here as he sizes up well with the blood armor. Next up, we can use SH Figuarts Guts. And I chose Guts because, well, it's Guts. So him fighting a blood armor actually seems very in character. So here we are with SH Figuarts Guts. He's smaller, but it does work. Guts usually fights very large characters anyway, like Zod. Shout out to Chris. Here's our D13 Demon. Just throw that in there for Chris. Appreciate you, man. Next up, in case you want to compare to some other stuff, here is Marvel Legends Baron Zemo. I've been using Zemo a lot, but I've been also reading a lot of Zemo comics. So yeah. Next up, we have my main man Ichigo on the Mezco level. So we have a twofer with the Mezco. We're gonna have some bonus content with my main man Ichigo. And then if you want some military style 6-inch, here is, I dropped it. Here is Valaverse. So if you want military first, the blood armor, let's say it surfaces somewhere and they get a cool artifact back, and someone actually enters the blood armor, there you go with that. Here we are with a 6-inch Cobra Infantry from G.I. Joe. And I think that about rounds it out. I think so. Yeah, I think that wraps it up. But I do want to say thank you, as I've been doing some videos a little under the weather, but I'm doing my best to like try to get some cool stuff going for you. Also because I'm recording on my phone as of late, because my camera can't focus for videos for some reason. Don't know what happened with that, but we're gonna figure it out. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for all the new likes, the subscribing, the sharing, the fun we've been having. Most importantly, I appreciate you guys. So I do want to say, please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.